Chairman J. Parnell Thomas of New Jersey opens an inquiry into possible communist penetration of the Hollywood film industry. The committee is seeking to determine if Red Party members have reached the screen with subversive propaganda. Mr. Thomas takes an impartial stand in his opening talk.
Hello and welcome to What the F*** Just Happened Today, your essential guide to the daily shock and awe in national politics. I'm Joe Amditis. Let's get to it. It's Wednesday, January 11th, 2023. Welcome to day 722. House Republicans approved the formation of the Weaponization of the Federal Government Select Committee to investigate any federal agency for perceived wrongdoing against conservatives, including the FBI, IRS, and the intelligence community. The subcommittee was approved on a party line vote of 221 to 211 and will be chaired by Jim Jordan. It has pledged so far to probe, quote, ongoing criminal investigations, end quote, at the DOJ, despite the department's long-standing practice of not providing information about ongoing investigations. The panel also has the authority to obtain highly classified information that's typically only shared with the House Intelligence Committee. Democrats, meanwhile, likened the panel to Joseph McCarthy's House Un-American Activities Committee, which harassed Americans who were suspected of being sympathetic to communism or socialism, saying, quote, this committee is nothing more than a deranged ploy by the MAGA extremists who have hijacked the Republican Party and now want to use taxpayer money to push their far-right conspiracy nonsense, end quote. Meanwhile, Republicans on the House Oversight Committee asked the Treasury Department for suspicious activity reports related to financial transactions by the Biden family. The chair of the committee requested the bank activity reports for Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's brother James Biden, and several other Biden family associates and their related companies. The committee is also seeking public testimony from 3 former Twitter executives regarding the company's 2020 decision to temporarily suppress a story about Hunter Biden and his laptop. Quote, now that Democrats no longer have one-party rule in Washington, oversight and accountability are coming, said the chair, adding, quote, there's a very good possibility, end quote, that Hunter Biden will eventually receive a subpoena. House Republicans also filed articles of impeachment against Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas over his handling of immigration and the U.S. border. Pat Fallon, a Texas Republican, accused Mayorkas of high crimes and misdemeanors as Homeland Security Secretary, claiming that he failed to maintain, quote, operational control over the border, end quote, that he, quote, willfully provided perjurious, false, and misleading testimony to Congress, end quote, and that he, quote, knowingly slandered his own hardworking Border Patrol agents and misled the general public, end quote. When he was House Minority Leader, Kevin McCarthy called on Mayorkas to resign back in November, saying that he failed to secure the southern border. The latest set of impeachment articles were referred to the Judiciary Committee, which is chaired by Jim Jordan. Moving on, George Santos refused to resign despite top New York Republican officials demanding that he step down over multiple inquiries into his finances, campaign spending, and the fabrications that he made about his background. Chairman Joseph Cairo Jr. of the Nassau County Republican Committee said Santos's campaign was a, quote, campaign of deceit, lies, and fabrication, end quote.
He disgraced the House of Representatives, and in particular, his fabrications went too far. Many groups were hurt. Specifically, I look at those families that were touched by the horrors of the Holocaust and feel for them. He has no place in the Nassau County Republican Committee, nor should he serve in public service, nor as an elected official. He's not welcome here at Republican headquarters for meetings or at any of our events. As I said, he's disgraced the House of Representatives, and we do not consider him one of our congresspeople. Today, on behalf of the Nassau County Republican Committee, I am calling for his immediate resignation.
Santos says he has no plans to resign, saying that he was elected to, quote, serve the people, not the party and politicians, end quote. And finally, the Supreme Court allowed the state of New York to enforce a new gun control law that places restrictions on carrying concealed weapons. The court allowed the state to enforce the law while it waits for other legal challenges to play out. The law requires people seeking gun licenses to show that they have good moral character, provide a list of social media accounts from the past 3 years, and it bans guns from sensitive places like healthcare settings, churches, and parks. Still, 6 members of the organization Gun Owners of America challenged the law, claiming that it violates their constitutional right to keep and bear arms, and that it flouts the court's decision in June to strike down a law requiring people who are seeking a license to carry a concealed handgun in public to demonstrate that they have proper cause. That's all for now. You can find the links and sources for all of these stories on the main website. And as always, visit whatthefjusthappenedtoday.com for the latest news and headlines. Until next time, I'm Joe Amditis.